Ka me ah ah. Sir Aaron, the aura is within me. Have you never watched Goku or Dragon Ball Z or the Pokemon where they have Sir Aaron and what was it, Lucario? Then you're gonna have understand the aura is within me, which is true, and which is true for each and every one of us. You have an aura within you that impact the world around us. Yeah! I'm turning Super Saiyan. I'm focusing my energy. Ah! It's time. Jungle Fury. Beast on. If you don't know what that is, that's Super Sentai. I think that the Power Ranger Jungle Fury. You don't know what that is their focus on Kung Fu. So today I wanted to mix a little bit fun, because I think that people when they come to personal development, law of attraction stuff, their mind is too. A lot of people have not had been destroyed the myth about growing up. You're growing up, but what are you growing up with? All these limitations with ideas and all these crap that people put into your mind. And then you have not no fun expressing who you are. So then you put a mask on for the society. Hiya, man, this crazy crap that you people put into you. So as you grow older, you stop living. Everyone, adults, to this, to that, they stop expressing. But all the successful people from Gary Vee to everyone, Kung Fu Master Bruce Lee, they express actor Robert Downey Jr. They act out. Ah! I am glowing with Dragon Ball Z aura. I have blonde hair. Just imagine. I don't know, man. I feel like this energy within us. So everybody know about energy, right? And they always say the energy is within us. So most of the time people think either I'm bashing on energy or law of attraction and stuff. Well, in the practical sense, I know that the energy is real. But when people get into the law of attraction, they don't know. They discover that there's energy and that we're energy, that we're vibrating at a certain frequency, but they have this all the limitation within their mind, and so they have never felt what it's like. The reason why I think that I have a unique background for energy, because when I was very young, I was interested in a lot of things that people think is strange. That's why I like it for people who never, people talk about anime and cartoon and stuff like that. I think that they need to bash all the limitation about cartoon and anime. Growing up, I remember back then, people say Dragon Ball Z. Why are you watching Dragon Ball Z in the dorm? And they were like, "Oh, you're a grown ass man, and why are you watching that?" But here's the thing that people don't never get about cartoon and anime. It takes a lot of creativity in it. Same thing writing a novel, a book. It takes a lot of brain power. The ideas that come out. Those people who never have fun, or they stop having fun and they live the expectation of the society. They stop understanding about their mind and creativity and how to play out and all that stuff. That's why when I do an interview, I want to have fun with it, because I think that, you see Larry King and you see Barbara Walter, because I have checked, or Lilu Mace, I wanted to disrupt an industry where people are too professional. I don't like professionalism. A professional is fine to a standpoint, but if they restrict you from having fun, what's the point of having fun if you're trying to creative? I think that videos and all these stuff are letting people to have a creative outlet. Otherwise, they become destructive. And they have destructive thoughts. They live a life that is very destructive. But if they have an outlet, a creative outlet, they stop being destructive. That's why so many of the young people, they're becoming destructive at a early young age, because there's not they're they when I was younger, I was people are restricting my creative outlet. I mean, I draw to express, I do martial arts to express, but it's still restrictive in a way. They're not letting people to society. They're not letting people to express their feelings. But here's the thing: when I was younger, uh, the I had this book, and my friend, he was very interested in energy or Qigong, and I have this in my hand. Of course, we're going to talk about auras. That's why I put it in auras, both. Um, she wrote an amazing book, and I'll talk about that included here. But first, I want to talk about this book first. This book talks about the third eye and how it was closed when when you become an adult, it closed your third eye, and when you were a kid, you have your third eye was open, where you can see in this book it say that um, if your third eye when it's open when you're a baby, you get to you see ghosts or something in this book. And this book teach me about imagination or visualization. Actually, I think that's the first book. Ancient history of Kung Fu. They in the Eastern world they know about energy, Qigong, releasing, harnessing this energy to protect oneself or whatever, to heal, renew. But I remember the reason why people do Tai Chi, even though when I was a kid, when I was younger, when they were doing Tai Chi form and it was so slow. Of course, Tai Chi is a form of meditation. Anything I have listened to so many, there's so many forms of meditation, but Tai Chi is a form of meditation based upon circling their energy. That's why you see they circle around their energy, forming an energy ball. I remember I was doing the Kung Fu form with the bow and arrow stance, and I was practicing what the book said. When you sound out the vibration sound, it releases, I don't know, energy or something. Or if you, I remember the book teach me how to go to a plant and absorb the energy of the plant, right? Because the plants and water, is alive. This plant is alive, but is we don't see it. We Most of the world, most of the masses are laughing at this because they're skeptical. They don't use their imagination. But those people, they stop learning, so that's okay. But for you have to get away from the understanding that our body have tremendous energy within inside of us. Of course, the electromagnetic. People always talk about the heart, right? And also our brain releases vibrations or whatever. I don't know that much depth, but I do know this that our I remember when I was practicing and sounding my vibration. The book told me that imagine the energy circling, moving to my hands, and I was focusing all the energy to my hand into this, making into a ball. I remember I felt the electric energy moving across my hand. Right now, most people would laugh at that because their mind they don't play out. They stop imagining. So I think this is a great book to begin to understand energy. Um, so it's teach a lot about. I think there's also mediums, energy mediums, and if you're into that, it's a great book to understand about energy, Tai Chi, or you know, that's what I want to imagine, man. Like use the energy to harness our energy towards the fabric of the universe, right? I know that we're going to talk about order, but if we're going to talk about imagination, I want to imagine that we have the power to warp, disrupt the energy field, which we can. We can disrupt our energy field when it's very fascinating that the what was it called? Anime, they unleash the power of Dragon Ball Z, right? They use teleportation, Goku teleports from there and here, or they chi blast, and I want to do that, man. Blah, 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 and stuff like that, right? And so this energy that we have circling inside of us, they have the Sanskrit, people know it as chakras, right? Now, the reason why I was interested in chakras, not because of the always in the world of spirituality, they always talk about chakras. But where did chakras come from, and where did it roots originate? Well, all these stuff that you learn from the law of attraction, higher self, all these came from India. Now, there's a deeper part of India where they have deep spirituality that people don't know. If you go through a Hinduism book, you know that intuition and energy play a lot, and all these things that we never knew it was possible. But it's very deep in ancient India, right? Uh, so chakra wasn't the reason why I was interested in chakra, not because of books per se, but because of anime. Naruto. If you don't know what Naruto is in an anime, who they're surrounded by, there is in the hidden leaf. Their hidden leaf, and they often talk about chakra systems that inside our body, and how they have Neji, or Neji can see the chakras running through, or the energy medium, whatever that is, I forgot. But he did like the Bakwa, the 64. I forgot, I can't remember, but it was like a trigram, 64 trigram. I can't remember, but it has that, and it will who I think that uh, Kakashi, or the sensei teaching the ninjas or shinobis about chakras, and he was explaining about chakras. I think I remember I read it in the manga. Manga is a Japanese comic. Now I am putting an aspect of anime and kung fu histories, or maybe somewhat kung fu history of energy together. I think it's fun to because when it comes to people who don't have an aspect of a unique background as I, uh, because for me, my background is a little bit strange because I like strange things. I like to go deep into strange things. Like that's why Justin Perry said he liked taboo stuff. I like taboo, but nobody wants to get into taboo stuff. But all these energy work and all these energy been here thousands of years before it was known to the public or the mainstream. Now, as is of today, everywhere you go, um, people may not tell you, but they can sense that there's something out there. So this book is truly amazing for beginning. It's called the Awakened Aura, and uh, when I was reading this, it giving my mind to a whole new level. It She wrote, human beings are essentially made of light and energy. As we come in contact with another person, our auras engage and intermingle with each other. This can lead to many positive experiences which stimulate and enhance the aura. It also leads to negative experiences which draw too much energy away from the auric field and leave the person depleted. With a greater understanding of how the aura functions, it's easier to recharge the aura to keep it running at an optimal level. Uh, there are seven main layers to aura, which are sometimes referred as the bodies or fields. There are many people who can see these auric fields. Some intuitively see them with their physical eyes, others see the field through their third eye, and some only sense the auric field. A small number of people are able to see all seven auric fields, while the majority of people can see one or two fields only. Some psychics are more in tune to these fields before it enters the physical body, while others see the energy and motion around the person, which reflect their general well-being. Chakra is Sanskrit for wheels. We have the spinning wheels of energies, vortex they call it, energy vortex, right? From bottom to up, but I don't know much about it. I've read it, but I haven't, you know, actually it's not ingrained into me, but I know what it. But when it comes to the Sanskrit, the language of, they have the Sanskrit with, I can't remember. I used to study the Nepal words. That's why it was a good thing that my ex was she was born in Nepal, but it was good that she was in uh, born in India, because now I go back into studying the ancient history of Buddhism and Hinduism, because I think that I'm trying to understand lots of things that I want to rediscover to me, because it have to do with my background of my childhood interests. Because my childhood interest has always been. I remember that when I was a child, I had a sense that we have a power within us, but I feel like people would laugh at that if you say that to the general public. If you say, "Oh, I have power within us, I can influence the universe, or I can control my thoughts, or I can," this book remind me of what Bob Proctor always says, that you can feel a person when they're looking at you, and when you. I felt before when people was looking at me, and I felt their energy coming at me. I can feel it because we're in tune, because their energy is focusing. I remember Bob Proctor say you can feel the person energy if they're looking at you in your back or something. And I had a book. It's by William uh, Ackerson, Walker Ackerson. He's uh, has the book. He wrote the book, The Law of Attraction, or the Thought, whatever, and the Kabbalah, right? And that he was teaching about energy. You can get a person's attention by the energy. And I was playing around with these a long time ago, but we have this energy within us. I know it's, people think it's strange, but it's true. And also, I like it. Let me see. One more. Here we go. The auric field is the actuality, the radiance of the soul. The human aura is the radiation of, or an emanation of energy that's contained in each body. This emanation can grow in strength and size and expand the fields and layers around the auric field according to individual development. The human aura is both physical and spiritual in nature, and is affected by emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual energy. This is a very good book. I highly recommend that you get this book. And it's a very beginning book to understanding energy fields. Yeah! Peace. On. Subscribe to my channel. Like and everything. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.